Good morning. On this Thursday morning, May 20th. Hope you're all doing well. Mike and Joe, good morning to you. Well, welcome everybody this morning. Barbara Richardson, good morning. Dana Kreshak, hope you're doing well this morning. As I'm waiting for more names to appear, I just want to shout out a couple of happy birthdays today. My daughter, Morgan, is 27 years old today. Happy birthday, Morgan. Let's see, there's Alyssa Tucker and Deanne Fine, Sheila Hooper, up bright and early, Katya Myers, good to see you this morning. Glory Cares, welcome. There was another name that popped up, but I apologize, I missed you. And also today is Keith Kerr's birthday, May 20th. Happy birthday, Keith Kerr. Debbie King, welcome this morning. And so I also want to say, Keith, we're praying for you. Many of you who participate in our morning devotions know Keith and Rita, and that just months ago, Keith's sister, Donna, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and this past Tuesday morning, early in the morning, she went to be with the Lord. So, Keith, not only are we wishing you a happy birthday, we know that this birthday also carries with it lots of weight and sadness. So we're thinking of you today, praying for you, and happy to see you upon your return, and we can give you a proper hug and a greeting. So, Sally Crocker, good to see you this morning. Christine Gatley, good morning to you. Welcome today. I'm in Psalm 20 today, and it's not uncommon for me to say, I love this psalm, because there's so many great psalms. Just any psalm that speaks to your heart, right where you're at. I guess maybe I should just say in general, I love the scriptures because they are living, they're active. The Spirit of God uses the Word of God to minister to us right where we're at, right in the moment that we need it. And Carmen, I see you this morning. I know we've been praying for you, knowing that you're recovering from your surgery and you are soon to come home back into Amador County. And you are in our thoughts and prayers as well. So in Psalm 20, this is a psalm of David, and he has written this psalm for the people to sing, and strangely, it's written for him. He's written this psalm for himself and as the king. And so let me just read it. It's only 9 verses long, so we'll just read through it and comment briefly. It says, "May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May he send you help from the sanctuary and give you support from Zion. May he remember all your offerings and regard with favor your burnt sacrifices." So David has written this psalm for the people to sing, saying, God, may you remember all of David's offerings and prayers and petitions. May you send him help from the sanctuary. So the context of the psalm is David's desire that the people pray for him while he and Israel's army goes out for battles. That seems to be the context. So they're going away from Zion. So they're saying, he's asking them to pray that the Lord would remember all of the offering and prayers that he has given, trusting himself to the Lord, trusting the army to the Lord, and now they're leaving Israel to go protect its borders. And so they're asking, God, may he send you help from the sanctuary, go out from Zion, may his help follow you. And verse 4, may he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. May we shout for joy over your salvation. In the name of our God, set up our banner. So he wants them to pray that not only is that his plans that he's laid out and offered to the Lord are fulfilled, but the reality is, the people are going to rejoice if God grants the king his desire. If he does have victory, if he is successful in protecting the borders of Israel, because when he wins, they win. And so you're pretty motivated to pray for the victory of your king, knowing that he is there to protect you, and his victory is to your good, your benefit. And so then in verse 6, there's a movement to confidence. There's a sense of confidence in that their prayers are heard. Verse 6. Now I know that the Lord saves his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven and the saving might of his with the saving might of his right hand. Some trust in chariots, some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. They collapse and fall. So they're trusting, God, you are going to hear our prayers. We are putting our trust in you. Yes, we are sending horses and chariots out to the battlefield, but that's not what we are trusting in. What we are trusting in is you. You alone give us the victory. Yes, we have to go out on the battlefield. Yes, we have to send our army out. But you are the one who's going to grant us victory. And so we know you hear us when we call, and we are sending these petitions for you on behalf of the king. And the last verse ends just like the psalm began. O Lord, save the king. May he answer us when we call. So as I reflect on this psalm, I think about, some of my own personal life as a pastor of a congregation. You have lots of lives that you are responsible to feed spiritually, to comfort in times of loss, to give counsel, to train, to live life skillfully. And you yourself have this tremendous desire and responsibility to live out your faith in your own family, in your own sphere, to offer the right sacrifices to God, to make sure that my heart is right before the Lord. And so when you have so many lives whose own desires and needs and sorrows and victories overlap with your life, you feel it. You love people, and you feel a sense of responsibility to them. You're just going to feel the weight of that. And so from that perspective, I can appreciate David calling his people to prayer. Hey, I'm going out on your behalf. I need your prayers. And so I appreciate that, because I so desperately stand on the shoulders of the prayers of so many. And I know in my own times of need and my own times of struggle, I so appreciate the support that I very strongly feel from others. And I think people relate to this. Everybody has a sphere of responsibility. Everybody is doing their best to serve God with their whole heart, soul, and mind. And they have perhaps responsibility for others. Maybe you're an employer, a manager. Maybe you are parents of children who are young, who are in high school. Maybe they are grown children, and you are feeling the weight of the responsibility to. You have hopes and desires for them, and when they see success, you feel that. When they see sorrow and loss and disappointment, you feel that. When they try and fail, you feel that. When they try and succeed, you rejoice in that. Grandparents for children of children, right? We feel this, and we are calling on the Lord and knowing that we have all these plans, we have these desires, but in the end, we realize that we have to step out in faith. Just as David, he would probably have preferred. There's other Psalms like this where he's in the sanctuary and he's in Zion and he's saying, man, I wish I could live here. I mean, the birds are so lucky. They get to have nests, in the walls of the temple, I wish I could live here, be here forever. But he has to leave the sanctuary. He has to leave to go back out and lead the people. In this case, he has to leave Israel to go protect its borders. We make these plans, and we at some point we have to trust the Lord to say, God, I'm not really sure the outcome. Here's what I think I would like to take place, and I think is what's best for me and for the people for whom I'm responsible. And but I ultimately I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you as I step out in faith that you've got this. And you are the one who is carrying the ultimate responsibility for all of mankind. I can't even, my mind doesn't even wrap around that. But at least for the people that are in my sphere, I have to entrust back to you, Lord. And so at some point we just step out in faith and just trust the Lord that he's going to be with us. Maybe our plans succeed. We just say, thank you, Lord. Maybe our plans are challenged. We continue to trust in the Lord. Maybe our plans fail. We just know God is going to be there to walk with us through the sorrow of disappointment or failure. And so I just think that is something we have to continue to walk in by faith. It's so important for us. As we just draw to a close, I see a couple people are commenting on sound. It's coming in and out, and I'm not sure why. I got my microphone plugged in. I apologize for that. But I ask you to meditate on Psalm 20. It's only 9 verses long. Read through it and apply it to your sphere of responsibility. What decisions are in front of you that may feel weighty today? Maybe there are circumstances that profoundly affect you or people you love that you've made all of your plans, but you're still there's still a step of faith, and you got to trust the Lord. I'm praying for you. Let us mutually pray for one another and stay encouraged that we're just going to trust God. Some people trust in chariots, some in the horses, all the well-made plans, their strategies. But in reality, the Lord is ultimately the one in control, and we trust in the Lord, and may he answer us when we call today. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see those of you who live locally here and come to Grace. We'll see you on Sunday. If not, I'll see you back here on Monday.